On the anonymous questions, I got a question that said, would you consider being a friend with a follower, grab a coffee, etc.? Now, I've been asked so many times recently in the DMs of guys saying, here to shoot my shot. Would you like to go out for a drink or a coffee? Like, with all due respect, no. Like, the long and short of it is no, and no. I would expect the same as if I contacted Justin Bieber and asked Justin Bieber if he would like to go out for a coffee. Justin Bieber's got a lot of fucking other things to be doing than having a coffee with me. And quite frankly, you guys should be thinking the same. If I choose to be your friend outside of this, or if I have met you outside of this, and yeah, like, I'm all down for being friends with creators. Second anonymous question, why do I use a stage name? I use a stage name because in the very beginning when I came into the industry, I actually didn't use a stage name. And I basically started to flinch at people saying my actual name. So psychologically, you have to have separation from who you are as you, and only give that to people that you wish to, and private. And then you have to have the stage part, the part that you sell, etc. Because I used to work on the TV on the phones, and I had this particular caller that one day was like busting a nut, and he was saying my name, my actual name. He was like, Maddison. And it just, I wanted to be physically sick. Third question is, have you got issues with Paige? Now, I'm not going to keep going back to this, but no, I don't have problems with particularly anybody. What happened is, a couple of years ago, I put out a story that I felt uncomfortable personally with the amount of creators putting out videos and pictures of their Lambos and Chanel handbags. And I just thought it was grossly sort of like in your face, look at me, and inappropriate in a cost of living crisis. I just thought it was inappropriate to sort of be showing everybody these grandeur sort of materialistic gifts. But I explained at the time that it was not personal, like each to their own. Good for you if that's what you want to post, but it's just my personal opinion. I'm not like an egotistical person in that respect that I need to show that stuff. So just a personal opinion. Third anonymous question, or the fourth, I can't remember where we are, says, why do you constantly rant about other content creators? I literally don't. I put out a story recently about, I think it's still completely shocking, about the Bonnie, Blue and Lily Phillips thing. What else have I said? I'm allowed to voice my opinions. You don't have to agree with me. That's life. But I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to say that I feel people's behaviour is not detrimental to the rest of us. I'm not sat here saying that anyone should be locked up. Everyone's within their ability to do what they want, how they want to look, who they want to be. But people are allowed, we're at free speech, dude. Like, relax. If you don't like it, go. A fifth question is, how did you lose your virginity? Oh, I don't really like saying it's so gross. I lost it when I was 15. Completely regret it. It was with somebody that I was in a relationship with at the time. And do you know what? It's one of the biggest regrets, because the guy's name was Trevor, like, and then secondly, sorry to anyone called Trevor, I think it's just bad memories, and he honestly was so painfully ugly, and I don't say that lightly, because, like, that's quite a big term, but honestly, zero things attractive about him. Sixth question, have you ever been engaged? No, literally never. My longest relationship is 6 years. That ended back at the beginning of 2019, basically the end of 2018. I think I was close, but no, never been engaged. Really would love to get married. But also, like, slightly concerned that prenups are not, like, solid. So, I wouldn't marry anyone without making them sign a prenup and getting them to re-sign it every 4 years so that we, like, reaffirm the terms and hopefully that... But then even that is not foolproof, so... it's stressful. Seventh question, do you think you're capable of a relationship? Definitely capable. I have been through a hell of a lot over the last 2 years, and even prior to that, since 2020 when I came into the industry, I've, single-handedly sort of done everything alone, and it's been a lot, and there's been a hell of a lot of stress, there's been a lot of stories along the way. I will be able to say more about it soon, but there's just a lot going on. But I will speak out about it very soon. But yeah, it's been a lot. I am capable, very capable. I've had a lot of therapy. Yeah, but there's a lot of, strange people out there, and I do feel like I am vulnerable to that. So... yeah, it's a delicate balance. Eighth question, have I read the book Queen Bees and Wannabes? That was what inspired Mean Girls. No, I had no idea about that, but I'll take a look. I'm currently reading Your Pocket Therapist, which honestly is such an amazing book. If anyone needs help out there, it's such a good starting point. So yeah, check it out. Ninth question, tell us your favourite words for boobs. I've been told by guys that their favourite word for boobs is titties. Why do guys like saying titties? Like, they don't want you to say tits, because I think that's quite British, but they want you to say titties. I feel like it's because they want you to be, like, American. Like, oh my God, look at my huge titties. 10th question. At the beginning of your journey, did you intend to be as big as you are today? Yes. I think in my head, definitely. My body has changed so much since the beginning. I'm still not quite where I want to be. I'm working on my proportions at the moment. I'm really cutting right now. I'm really focusing on diet, which, to be honest, I haven't been able to do properly for the last 2 years. So I'm not in the shape that I want to be, but I will be, because I'm putting in the effort. I've got all the help that I need. But I would like to be like 3,500 to 4,000 cc. That is the aim. And with that, I am going to get expanders so I can do it safely and gradually. And, who knows about future proofing anyway. So, yeah. 11th question says, do you feel comfortable when people ask for your photo in the street, or would that be okay? That's absolutely fine. I've had people over the years come up to me and say hi or ask for a photo. It's absolutely fine. I'm cool with people. If anything, it's nice that people are just nice. So that's cool. We can get a picture. Definitely, I've done pictures of people over the years, so for sure. 11th question says, are you right wing because you post things that seems like you're against yourself? No, I'm not right wing. I'm middle, very, very middle. And I am not against anybody that wants to express themselves, whether that bit is in speech or whether that is with their outer appearance. People are completely free, and I wish them the right to express themselves. What I don't agree with, and I think is a very slippery slope, is when language starts to get taken and repatriated to things that it's not. Because if we're living in a universe where reality is subjective, how can you make any decisions upon that? This question says they are a huge fan of bimbofication and I'm one of their favourites. And they have another half, but they are still unable to express their love for the fetish. How would I feel about recording a video with this person that would never go on the internet, and if I could get assurances that their other half significant other is okay with that? Lot to unpack here. Firstly, I appreciate the honesty. Secondly, if you are in a relationship, your next life is amazing and you're with somebody that you love, you got to measure up whether a fetish can be expressed online and in the safety and privacy, and perhaps you can express it together, is what I would explore. And if not together, then perhaps just in your private moments. But no, absolutely never would I film with someone completely random. And I don't want you to have a video of me. No, not now, not ever. And if I ever was going to video something, it would be that's with somebody that I choose with my own autonomy, not because you asked me to do so. So absolutely never, ever going to happen.